Hey, what's up? This is Outfoxed with Bourbon, episode Who Knows. Just hanging out with the fellas today, just doing an impromptu live meeting. What's up, Shane Crum? How you doing, buddy? Shane Crum says, "What's up, guys?"
What's up?
What's
Going, buddy?
up? So, as always, I'm Gray Fox with Sly Fox Tactical. Below me, directly below me right now, is Prepper John from Beer, Bourbon, and Bushcraft. And
How's it going,
then
guys? Thanks for joining in tonight.
And then also Chris from Out West with Chris and Chris's Beard are also here tonight.
What's going on, everybody?
So if you guys haven't checked out the Chris's Beard videos, they are kind of funny. I think they're
Yeah.
funny. They
I don't
cracked
know,
me up.
man. I'm thinking about making its own channel for it.
Yeah?
Yeah. So,
Gotcha. Gotcha.
are we live? Like, are we actually?
Yeah, we're actually live right now, buddy.
Okay, because I can see the chat, but I can't see the thing.
Let
I
me look.
can't see
Chris
anything
has a
on my
beard
phone.
with a. Yeah, I do have a beard with that has a mind of its own. That's very.
Let's look here. Yep. Dun, 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 dun. Why does it say offline when I'm online? So is it online or offline? Do you guys see it live or not?
I don't know.
I thought you said you saw it come up.
It came up, but it said offline, and then it disappeared.
Well, that's freaking weird.
We have a live chat going.
Yeah, that's weird. Hey, Marty, can you guys tell us if we're live?
They see us. That's so weird because I'm trying to watch it too.
Yeah, Wong Bob says he sees it fine, so apparently it's working.
Technology.
Technology at its best. That's okay. Hey, it's all good.
Oh, there it is.
Now you see it? Now you
Yeah.
don't.
I see it.
Wife picked me up some Stella Artois. I'm having one of those this
Oh, got
evening.
it.
So, what's new and exciting, fellers? I can tell you for me, it's just been mad running around the state of Florida. I've spent like more days in Boca than at home the last 4 weeks. So I'm glad to be home this week, but tomorrow I leave for Orlando, and I'm
Oh.
there for 4 days. So
Awesome.
Gee, you're like a road warrior right now, man.
yeah, I know, man, it's crazy, but it's all good. I don't mind.
Now,
So,
I have to ask you,
mm-hmm.
as an old school Sopranos fan, every time they went to Boca, they
Yeah.
had on their flowered shirts and
Yeah.
their Docker shorts
Uh-huh.
and leather sandals. Is that how you're looking when you're in Boca?
Well, that's how a lot of people look when they're in Boca. I'm in a suit, but a lot of people do look like that in Boca. You will see a ton of Hawaiian shirts, a lot of old guys with ponytails, a lot of billionaire millionaires all over the place. It's ridiculous. The four properties that I was helping out with over the course of the last 4 weeks, the minimum condo is 1.8 million.
Wow.
All the way up to 120 million for
Dang.
for a penthouse.
That
Yes.
is crazy.
It's
Yeah.
redonkulous, man, redonkulous. And the grand, the biggest of the most expensive of the properties, they do everything for you there. Like you don't do anything. Like they have like 17 cars that are there, from Bugattis to you name it, that you just call down and say, hey, I'd like to take the Bugatti out today or whatever, and you reserve it and you just take it, and they bring your cars to you. They do everything. If you want a boat, you tell them, hey, I want to take out this, 34-foot freaking yacht today. Okay, no problem. And they'll go ahead and let you take it. It's just sick, man. You don't do anything. You call down for your groceries. You tell them what you want. Somebody goes and gets it for you. You don't have to do anything, man. It's sick. Yeah, it's very similar to Dubai, Zach. Zach said sounds like Dubai. It absolutely does. It is very similar to Dubai. That is what it reminds me of. It's freaking crazy. But it's, I mean, not for nothing, but they're good customers, so I'm not complaining. But
Nice.
but yeah, so it works out good. But we have a lot of business in Boca, a lot of different things we do there, a lot of hospitals, a lot of properties, lots of government contracts and state contracts, and you name it. So we stay pretty busy over there.
So is
But
that your general area, or
no,
you're all
my,
over now? Or
my general area is the entire state of Florida.
huh?
It just so happened that we were running into a couple of issues with a couple of things, so I went and smoothed it out. So it worked out fine. We've got good people all over the place. Just sometimes they need a little assistance from
Right.
from the gray fox.
From the Great Fox.
Sometimes you got to refer to yourself in the third person to make you feel alive. It's just
Yeah,
how
like
it
the
is.
beard.
But anyways, so that's been my busy, nasty lifestyle the last 4 weeks in a row, and now next week as well. So I did I finished up like 6 axes. I just sent like 5 or 6 of them out. I've got a couple of shovels I'm working on, but it's timing is everything. But realistically, I'm getting to the point where I'm almost caught up to the point where I could probably say I'm only 2 weeks out, which is kind of nice.
Oh,
You
Oh,
know,
that's nice.
yeah, it's real nice. Plus, I'll be able to work on a lot of projects that I wanted to do. Like I wanted to make an angelic spear. I've had that on my list of things to do for a long time, and I just ordered the parts for it. So I'll be doing that probably in the next 2 weeks. Um, and I've got a couple of other things I'm working on, just some crazy, crazy stuff. But 1/4 of the way through Burt Walker's book from the last episode. Good so far. Yeah, that was a fantastic book, and he was a great guest. That was so cool to have him
Yeah.
on last time. It
that
was
was really awesome.
fantastic. Yeah, I thought it was cool. So that's basically it for what I got going on. Chris, what's going on with you, brother?
Oh man, it's been like a crazy, crazy week. Kids and I just got back from my buddy's house. We were swimming in the Delta. He has a dock right in the Delta in one of the waterways. So they were swimming and playing around in their little kayaks and stuff. And I was just sitting there with my feet in the water, hanging out. It was just a beautiful day, about 90 degrees out here,
That's
and the
awesome.
water just felt great. So
What was that place you guys went to that was like I saw you on Facebook in period clothing.
okay, so that was a field trip, and oh my gosh, this field trip for my fourth grader, this was the most intensive field trip or homework assignment or whatever that I've ever dealt with in my life.
Uh
And it started months and months and months ago. And there have been like 4 parent meetings. It's an overnight trip. I didn't stay overnight, but
huh.
she did, along with several of the teachers and parents. And it was like 80 kids, 80 of the fourth graders in her school. And it's what they call an ELP program, or environmental learning program.
Uh huh.
And they take the kids and they immerse them into a situation. So in this case, it was a historical setting of Sutter's Fort. So
Hmm.
pre-Gold Rush California, um, you know, settlers coming out to the west.
Hmm.
This is right around when California changed hands between Mexico and the United States.
Hmm.
And, it was just crazy. It was really cool. All the kids were dressed up. I was dressed up. I was helping out with the carpentry station, and I had to pre-cut a bunch of little pieces of wood
Hmm.
and pre-drill them. And we used period tools and period nails, like the square nails and everything,
Hmm.
and made little boxes for the kids, or they made
Wow,
them. We just helped them.
that's
They
freaking
had rope
cool.
making. They had a fire starting demonstration, which I wanted to do, but some other dad got in on that for
What
me.
was the what was how did they start the
It
fire?
was flint and steel.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Very
So
cool.
everybody was just dressed up. They had a cannon that they fired off. No round, of course, but just the powder.
Concussive, yeah.
Yeah, and they had a Express guy come through at the end of the day. They fed us really well,
Hmm.
and it's all the parents putting all of this together and putting it on.
Wow.
Like all of the lumber, we had to go get the lumber. The school reimbursed us, but we had to
Mm-hmm.
go get the lumber, cut it up, get the nails, the hinges for this
Mm-hmm.
box, all this stuff, and everything. The was all parent driven, guided by the teachers, of course. But that's why we had 4 freaking meetings.
Mm-hmm.
Leading up to this thing, I was just like, pull my hair out, like, oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. I can't believe I have to put so much, effort into this or whatever.
Right.
But once I got there and they rode up on carriages, horse-drawn carriages, and
Mm-hmm.
that type of thing.
That's awesome.
Once I got there, I was kind of like, okay, this is cool. So I was there at 7:30 in the morning at the fort until 8 p.m. So it was a pretty involved day,
Right, right. Yeah,
But
Marty says that he really liked the picture of you and your daughter on Instagram.
yeah, thanks, Marty. That was one of the photos. And she just had a blast. And once I saw her
That's the coolest
there,
part, yeah.
you know what I mean? Having
Mm-hmm.
fun and really learning and getting into it. Like, I had to have a character, and people would come up and ask me who I was. I had to know who I was, my character. Same with her. She had a character. She was in the Donna Reed party, and she actually had to eat her little brother at one point, but they weren't
Oh.
supposed to talk about that. Yeah.
Awesome.
So, just a really interesting thing. And I'm kind of a history geek in a way.
Yeah, I do too.
So I dug it, Once I got there and was like, okay, all the hard work is done. Now I just get to be here and help kids make boxes and,
Right.
hang out with the other parents and that type of stuff. It was really cool. So
Yeah, that's very cool, man. When times were simpler, right? Except for yeah.
Like, I could just stand back and look over I guess they would be almost parade grounds inside the fort, right?
Mm-hmm.
The inside area of the fort. And you see, like, the little girls scurrying around in their dresses, and then the boys with their hats and, their period clothing. And then,
Yeah.
People just standing around in little groups. You could totally picture it being being like that back when it was, bustling, around the gold rush or right before the gold rush. You could totally just picture yourself in that situation. Which I thought was pretty cool.
That's very cool, man.
And then
That's
yesterday,
awesome.
being that we're history buffs, we went back up to Sacramento and went to a railroad museum and had a great time there yesterday. Both of my kids and I, and went around Old Sacramento, which cobblestone streets still, and wooden boardwalks and stuff like that. So it was really cool.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Hey, Monkey Vader, how you doing?
A lot of fun. Say hi, Monkey.
Hi, Monkey. How you doing?
Good.
Good. Hey, John, Zach wants to know if you're healing all right, buddy.
Yeah. My hands are good. Today was the first day I was actually able to work well, and I don't know if you can see.
Oh man, gnarly.
The damage on my arm. My hands were a lot worse, but they like. No, Monkey, you can't sit there, honey. My hands like peeled after a couple days, and it felt good, but my arm, every time I flexed, it cracked and started bleeding and just.
Oh, gnarly.
It was terrible.
Yeah, that's not good, man. That's not good.
No.
No.
I think it was, I was cutting with the chainsaw, so I got the front of it here where all of the dust flows off the chainsaw. So I think I cut through a couple big vines while we were cutting down some trees working on the range. And, I got just general stuff all over. I had it on my face, and it's all over my left arm as well.
Yikes.
My right arm, right here in my hand, got it the absolute worst. It was just terrible.
Yeah, that's not good, man. That's not good at all. So, yeah. So, what's new with you, man? What's new with you, John?
Well, actually able to finally hold on to stuff and do stuff today. So, got out and worked. This past weekend, we did shoot for the Star Wars film.
Hey, tomorrow we're going to
Awesome.
Okay. Monkey Gator's in here. and had a lot of fun with that. And the spear and the knives that I showed on our last episode actually got used yesterday for the first time in film.
Wow, that's awesome.
So it turned out pretty cool, and it looked really good. There's some photos that I can't share yet, but as soon as I can, I'll put those out there. It's the production stuff that they're not wanting anything shared yet.
Of course. Yeah, of course.
I started hammering down and finishing up on the Skinner knives, and I've got one with me here that's about 90% done. I didn't bring any of the ones that are glued up. This one hasn't been glued yet because once I put glue on them, they get really ugly, and it really doesn't look like a knife because there's like glue gooped everywhere. And
right.
No, not yet, honey. Once I sand it off, you need to go because we're trying to do this. Once I sand it off, everything looks good, but this is heat treated, and you can see I did the initial grind and then the secondary grind, and this is ready to go onto the Canonian. It's a 10-degree Scandi on each side.
Wow.
And then the handle is Linda Micarta, and it's got 5 brass pins in it. You can see this one's number 6, and that's the top. Well, it's upside down now.
Yeah.
6 in the top. But very soon, all the rest of them are glued except for the Damascus. Which I will be heat treating when I get back from vacation on Thursday, just because it's a totally different process. These get wrapped in a foil packet and heated up in an oven, whereas the Damascus I'll actually heat up 4 times to red hot in my forge, let them cool, heat it, let it cool. I'll do that 4 times, and then the 5th time I will heat it up until it's white hot. Make sure a magnet doesn't stick to it, which means it's got to its critical temperature, and then I'll quench it in oil. Once that's done, I'll sand it with 120 sandpaper, and then I'll hit it with 300 sandpaper, and then I'll dip it in muriatic acid to etch it to bring out the different colors in the Damascus. It will eat the metal at different rates since it's 2 different types of steel in there. So it will leave a nice pattern on there, and then once that's done, I'll sharpen them up on the work sharp and be ready to go with them.
You want to show the sheath plan?
Yes. Okay, this is the pattern for the sheath with the drill holes in it, and as you can see, the front of the blade will slide in here, and then the back side will click in, and it will lock in. And in the sheath, it will look like this. So the whole blade is covered, and it's nice and minimalist, so it will fit in different packs. But the whole pattern I have these pocket clips, which are, I think they're a nylon reinforced, or a fiber reinforced nylon pocket clip, but it will fit in 4 different positions on here. It'll fit here, 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 or here, and it will go on each side of it. So there's actually 8 different carry positions that you have for this sheath for the knife, depending if you want to carry it left side or right side. There'll be 4 positions right side, 4 positions left side, so 8 positions total that you can carry this in, depending on how your gear loadout is for the day.
That's freaking awesome, man. Very cool.
Oh, thanks.
Very cool. That's freaking fantastic.
Yeah, that's really cool. You guys are doing some great stuff with that, man. Really good stuff.
Oh, thanks.
Thanks, man. So for those of you who don't know, there's a page on BattleBox that has give me your ideas for the next project that you want me to do. So if you find that page through, I believe it's through the general survival area, you put your ideas in, and whoever has once I get so many ideas, I'll make a poll, and then whoever's idea is chosen out of that poll will get one of the first run knives for free. I figure that's kind of a fun thing, right?
Oh yeah, awesome.
Well, Curran says nice hat. I'm sure he's talking to you, John.
I see. I just assumed he was talking to me.
I love this hat.
Yeah, I just assumed he was talking to me, so I thanked him.
Oh, okay. Well, he could be talking to me, but I doubt he's a Packers fan. So yeah. Usually
I'll
people.
tell you what. This weekend,
Mhm.
it was mid to upper 80s, almost 90 out here in Kentucky, and we're out filming in the woods. And they say, dunk this in water and get it wet, and it helps keep you cool, at least 30 degrees cooler. We had big pot set out with full of ice water and bottles of water in it, and
Right.
I would dunk my hat in there, fill it up, and put it on my head, and oh my God, it kept me so cool. Everyone else was out dying and sweating.
Mhm.
This hat is incredible. I love it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Awesome, Sean. Sean's a Packers fan, so I'm good with that. That works for me. You know what's going on, brother. And he lives in Kentucky. Are you from
awesome.
Kentucky though, Sean? Like originally from Kentucky? Are you from up north and transported yourself down there? Because I'm from Wisconsin and I moved down to Florida. But there's a lot of Packers fans everywhere. Everywhere I go in the country, I can find a Packers bar. So it's just one of those things. Here in Florida, out on Anna Maria Island, there's a Packers bar, which is pretty awesome. And then when I lived out in Hawaii, on the north shore of Oahu, there's a Packers bar. So I was like, yeah, this is freaking awesome. Packers bars everywhere.
Brandon just jumped in. He said he used a lot of products when he was a mechanic. I actually used a ton of products the other day when I was fishing, and I experienced everything from nice, beautiful weather to 20 minutes later, howling wind pushing my kayak around to a thunderstorm to nice, beautiful weather again, and then an hour and a half later, I was drenched, all except for where I was wearing my hideaway jacket,
Uh-huh.
But, oh my gosh, dude, the weather was just nasty that day. And I'm so glad that even though it's May in California, usually we don't see rain in May. I'm so glad that I had that stuff stowed in my kayak. You know what I mean?
No doubt, man. No doubt.
Oh, no question.
Yeah, makes a big difference when you have the right gear with you. That's
Right.
a huge difference. Absolutely. Absolutely. Have you tried out the waterproof socks yet?
Yeah, I did try out the waterproof socks on that trip. What's up? You want to say hi? Come here. This is my girl. She was swimming in the Delta today. Hopefully she didn't swallow any water or else she's going to have diarrhea tonight.
I still have the snow globe you gave me, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
She can't see you, but he's
Yeah.
right here. You remember Gray Fox, right? Yeah.
Hey, sweetie.
Okay, keep going. So, yeah, I did use those waterproof socks. And one thing I like to do is dangle my feet over the sides of my kayak just to hang out, And they worked great. My feet were dry.
That's awesome. Very cool. Very cool. So I did get my my shooter's loot box review up. I don't know if you saw it, but I finally got that pistol box and did that review. And I took for Mother's Day, Tanya wanted to go out shooting and then out for sushi. So I took her out, and man, we were in the range for a good 2 hours shooting everything. And she loves, I bought her that Kimber Solo 9mm, but she loves shooting my 45. So she spent most of the day shooting my 45 instead of her 9mm, but it's
awesome.
all good, man. Yeah, so it was a blast. We had a good time, and I put so many rounds through my bullpup shotgun that because it holds 15 rounds. So I put, I must have put probably 100 rounds through it. Not one hiccup at the whole time. So that thing is awesome. That's that UTS 15. I love that shotgun, man. That thing, it's short stroke, and you can go through 15 rounds in a hurry. But man, it just, I'm using Spartan double odd bucka in it, and it just, the target's melted. You got to replace the cardboard and everything. Every 2 sets of rounds, every 30 rounds, you got to throw new cardboard up because there's just nothing left of it, man. But yeah. So that was a lot of fun. And then there's a new sushi place right down the street from us that just opened up. It's a little pricey, but it's all you can eat sushi, and it's all hand rolled, and whatever you want on the menu for a given price. I think for the two of us, it was like $80 by the time it was all said and done. But I tell you what, man, we tore up some damn sushi, and that was what we did for Mother's Day. It worked out great. She loved it. So
That's cool.
good times for sure.
Yeah, I saw the video. I liked how you worked in the footage from the range. That was nice.
Yeah, it's kind of neat.
Yeah.
But that little universal holster. I mean, I went over to my neighbor's and I grabbed his Glock. Well, I had it on my belt. I grabbed his Glock, and then I went across the street where the guy across the street has an M&P, and the guy to the left has a CZ. That's their normal carries, and every one of those fit in that holster. And I was like, that's freaking awesome, So
yeah, it fit good with some. I guess they'd be full size pistols. The ones that I had, and it worked well for those. The only thing that I had issues with that mag holder, with those XD mags, but I actually was able to fix it by just really cranking on
that screw.
Yeah, just tightening it down. But
I have most of my. I mean, I have what, like 11 pistols, and of my 11 pistols, only 2 of them are double stack. All the rest of them are single stack. So those are the only ones that'll fit in there. None of the single stacks will fit in there. They just don't work. They're not wide enough to fit in that grouping. But my double stacks worked okay. Like my 40 P99 Walther, those magazines fit in there just fine. No problem. Right. I did have to tighten it a little bit, but other than that, it wasn't so bad. But yeah, no. So that was pretty cool. Pretty cool. John, you got anything else in the works, buddy? Or when are we planning on seeing those Skinners? Hey, buddy.
I would think the end of next week I'll have the first set of them finished, and then throughout the following week I'll have all the rest of them finished.
Okay.
It'll take me 3 or 4 days after I heat treat the Damascus to fit the handles and take care of the rest of the stuff on them.
Yeah.
But the D2 ones, like I say, this one I just showed is the last one I've got to glue up. Mm-hmm. So after that, I've just got to sand the handles and put a finish on the handles. And then I got Kydex 2 days ago to cut out all the patterns, and I can do that really quick. I just set up my little toaster oven and just.
That's awesome, man.
Make sheath after sheath. So once I get that going, I'll just mass produce we got 12 of the D2s. So it won't take too long after that. So I would say I'd probably a week from tomorrow, I would be shipping out most of the D2s to you, and then a second shipment with the rest of the D2s and the Damascus.
Okay, that's cool. I think I've probably got 98% of them sold. So,
awesome.
So I think that there's like 2 D2s, and that's including you and I keeping one of the D2s ourselves and keeping one of the Damascuses ourselves. But I've got, I think, 2 D2s left and 1 Damascus left.
Oh, awesome.
Because one of the Damascuses is going to Scothew's buying it, and then the other Damascus will be up for auction. But the D2s, I think maybe there's 2 left, maybe, and that only counts on the people that actually are serious enough about it to, they all say, everybody says they want one.
Yeah, right.
We'll see when it comes to the money. You know what I mean? Okay, guys, I got to see something.
This guy wants to say hi really quick. Yeah.
Hey, buddy, how you doing? It's good to see you.
You talk.
Hi.
Hi.
What did you do today?
I went fishing.
Did you go fishing?
Swim.
You went swimming, right?
And kayaking. And I had to jump in the dirty water.
Yeah. One of the kids threw a ball, and it went kind of on the other side of a dock into a whole bunch of
seaweed and dead fish and stuff.
Yeah, so he was like, I'll go get it. And he just jumped right into it. I'm so proud.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
No, you're going to be down here, right?
Oh, I'm getting my soda.
Oh, okay, cool. All right.
Very cool. Very cool. So, Chris, you got any trips coming up or anything going on?
Yeah, I do. I'm gonna be going up to Oregon, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, actually. So getting to get off
Wow.
work Friday afternoon and drive up there, and then get to fish for a species of trout that about 20 inches is a decent one,
Mm-hmm.
but 30 inches is a good one, and
Wow.
25 inches is about average. And they're not like a steelhead or a sea run trout. They are a freshwater trout. It's a subspecies of a rainbow called a red band, and they're a wild trout. So just really excited to go fish for those, and it's gonna be a good time.
That's awesome, man.
Dude, that's
Yeah.
awesome. That'd be fun.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. I had a blast doing it last year, and I'm ready to get back out on that river and float around in my kayak.
That's awesome. So, John, the Star Wars thing, are they going to be putting that out on like the web, or how are they going to be distributing that?
Yeah, after it premieres here in Louisville, then it's going to go on YouTube,
Oh, cool.
and I'll share all the links and everything once it's ready to go when it goes up on YouTube. Right now, it's going to be close to an hour long, and for
Wow.
a fan film, it's a major production. I mean,
No
most fan
doubt.
films are 5 to 15 minutes or so, but this one being an hour long, and because we got the 501st involved, these guys they each spend out of their own pocket $2,500 to $3,000 each for their armor, and some of
Wow.
them have multiple sets of armor. They'll have like a
Wow.
regular bright white stormtrooper, and then
Mhm.
they'll have like a sand trooper, which is one of the weathered ones, like they wore
Yeah.
on Tatooine where Luke
Uh-huh.
Skywalker lived.
Right?
Each set is they pay $2,500 to $3,000 to have it,
Oh my
depending on
God.
what they're doing. It's
Yeah.
awesome. And then the group that's here, they're huge into props. And right now, they are currently building a replica of the tank that came into the city in the last movie, Rogue One, that pulled into the city and started blowing the crap out of everything.
Uh-huh.
They're building a driving replica of that tank. And then 5 of the guys have already
Wow.
built armor as tanker guys, which it kind of fits because most of these guys are retired military, and being here at Fort Knox, a lot of them are retired tankers. So when the tank project came up, they were all excited about it because they're tankers.
Sure.
They went ahead and got their armor, and they were showing it off yesterday. They still have to do a lot of finishing on it because they'll buy like a set that's like molded, that's like a generic mold to it. And then
Right.
they go and take Dremels and paintbrushes and they go in and detail the whole thing. So they've got about 2 months worth of work on it. But their tank and their armor, they're going to premiere at a parade here in downtown Louisville at the end of July. So
Do
they're
they
actually going to have this tank and drive it down the streets of Louisville with everybody in tanker armor. It's going to be pretty cool.
That's awesome. Do they already have a YouTube channel?
No, they don't have a YouTube channel for some reason.
Huh.
I don't know why. And I've talked to them about it and said, guys, you need to like film your builds and stuff like that because people would watch it and you can monetize it and you'll get funding for it. But they haven't done it yet.
Yeah. Yeah, not only that, but it'd be cool to build the hype that way too, with like little bits and pieces here and there.
Right,
So
exactly.
did you already film your part?
Yeah, I shot some the other day, and then this next week they're going to be here, and I'll be an extra in the movie.
Wow, that's awesome, man. That's very, very cool. That's very cool. I
Yeah,
got to do that once before for a
The
for a
stuff with
movie called
my stuff, that's what I meant by I had shot, but it was actually my weapons that I made that got filmed this past weekend. It was the first time. But
Gotcha.
then when they come here, when they need extras, I'm going to dress up and be one of the rogues running around in the woods.
That's awesome, man. That's very cool. Very cool. Yeah, no, I did a movie called Mangrove Slasher Part 2. So that was a fun movie to make as well. So that's out and about. But yeah, that was a blast. So anything that comes like locally and stuff like that. Well, I was, I'm first responder trained, and they needed somebody to help out as a first responder, and so I said, well, hell, I got some time, I'll do it. So then I ended up in the movie, and I ended up doing all sorts of stuff for them. It was just a blast. Yeah, it was a fun project. But yeah, so yeah, it was the guy that put it on. He produces Monster Garage and what is it, like 101 Ways to Die or whatever it is, and all those shows. So it's just a little horror fun film, but it was pretty cool. It was a lot of fun.
Garage. That show was awesome.
Yeah, it's coming back.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I was just talking to him the other day. They're bringing it back.
Yeah, in fact, I don't know if you can see if it's showing up. But you can see the little skull right here. That's the Monster Garage skull.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Oh, yeah, from back in the day.
Huh. Well, let me think. Richard Heights. Rick Heights is a good friend of mine, and he's the one that writes all the music for all those shows.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a cool guy. He does a lot of good music, actually. He's got like 30 albums, I think. And he's like one of the most famous people where everybody knows his music, but nobody knows who he is, because he does so much music for television, like Deadliest Catch and 1,000 Ways to Die and Monster Garage and all that stuff. So everybody knows his music, but nobody knows who actually wrote it. So it's kind of funny.
That's interesting.
Yep. Price of John's knives are going to skyrocket. Oh yeah, see. Chin says that your knives are going to skyrocket now that you're a movie star, buddy.
I hope so.
Yeah, these knives, as seen in Star Wars Episode 11.
Right.
Hand of the Empire. It's Star Wars Hand of the Empire.
Hand of the Empire. Very cool. Very cool. That's a blast, man. That sounds really, really cool. So, yeah. Oh, I'm kind of tired today, guys, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
Has there been any more car fires out near your house? Because I saw that you posted that your neighbor's car got burnt.
Yeah, there was a serial going around and lighting cars on fire in people's driveways.
Oh my God!
They caught him. They caught the dude. Yeah. So nothing recently, but
that's good. They caught him.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Crazy shit going on.
Yeah, I mean, and just going around different towns in the county, and he went on a string over a week, where I think he got 14 cars or something like that. But they think he's connected to about 30 or 40 of these over the last 6 months.
Wow.
Holy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Would just walk up, get out of his car like 3 a.m. or whatever, walk up to a car with some accelerant, like probably gas, pour it over the windshield, and that would drain down into, around the engine compartment and stuff, light a match, and go jump in his car and drive off.
What a dick.
Totally.
Wow. Unreal.
And a couple of them, the houses caught fire because they were parked right next to their garages.
Sure. Sure.
Wow.
My neighbor's house didn't catch on fire. I talked to him a couple days ago, and he said that he had some smoke damage, but not much. So he was going to be able to repair it pretty easily. But it's just lame, man. There's so many freaking crazy people out there. You know what I mean?
There is a lot of crazy people out there. You would almost think that times would have gotten better with technology and people being busy with shit, but it seems like kids are kids, and this is some grown man being stupid. That just, I don't get it, man. I mean, think about it. I'm 43. Okay, so when I was a kid, running around, there was no, you'd call your mom once just to say, hey, I'm staying over at a buddy's house, and she would either say, come home when it's dark, or are you spending the night? Yeah, and then you wouldn't talk to her again till the next day. And you'd be out running around in the woods, doing stupid shit all over the place. And no problems, man. There wasn't any issues. Now you talk to your kid like every freaking hour on the hour, and you still have to be worried about it. It's just, it blows my mind,
Right. I think, I think that in a lot of ways, like a lot of this stuff that you see happening, I kind of blame it on the media. You know what I mean? Because they're always thirsting for some story. You know what I mean? The crazier it is, um, or bloodier it is, the better for the media. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
they just want to jump on anything. So whether it's a school shooting, gosh, or some crazy dude lighting people's cars on fire, they're just they hear about that and bam, they're on it. I mean, there were news crews outside that house for starting at 6 a.m. when I woke up to the next day they were out there. You know what I mean? Just trying to talk to anybody about what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And
So, do you think that this stuff happened when we were younger? We just didn't hear about it?
I think it happened, but you didn't hear about it. It
Yeah.
happened maybe not as much. You know what I mean? So
Right.
now people have a stage. That's why it burns me up when there's a school shooting or, you know, um, maybe a terrorist plot or terrorist activity, and
Mm-hmm.
somebody goes in and shoots up a nightclub or shoots up a school or whatever
Right.
it might be, and they name the person. They say, "Oh, this dude, James Baker or whatever." You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Went in and did this. This is his picture. They pull their pictures from their Facebook page. You know what I mean? And put the coolest looking images of these guys up on the
Mm-hmm.
television with their name.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like a breeding ground for anybody crazy to
So
be
they're
like,
they're
yeah,
sensitizing the issue, making more people want to do it to be idiot famous, I guess.
yeah. I mean, if you're
Yeah.
already psychotic enough to do something like that, it
Mm-hmm.
just gives, in my opinion, more incentive.
Right. Gives you more of a stage.
Right.
Yep. I
Right.
get it. I get it.
And yeah, Brandon just wrote, the internet, we're way more connected outside of our immediate lives than ever. And that's
Yeah.
totally true.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
I feel like I know people like the two of you and some of the people in the chat
Mm-hmm.
way better than I know my next door neighbor. And is that
Right.
really good for my community?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true. You're absolutely
Yeah,
right.
it's amazing. You could be more familiar with people, and like I'm in the center of you two, but we're separated by several thousand miles each direction each. But I have people that live a mile from me that I don't even know. But I know
Right.
people that thousands of miles from me I'm friends with. It's just it's strange how the internet has connected everyone, and then like this guy with the car, it's got to be a lot of them they want to get famous, and it's sad that got to get their
Mm-hmm.
fame instead of doing something positive for society. They think that if they do something detrimental, they're going to have their name publicized, and
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a lot of what they do is just to get themselves out there, and they don't think about the consequences so much.
Right. 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 So, on another note,
Yeah.
to get off the crazy, a positive thing. So I've been following the BattleBox forums. Some people say I'm hardly on there, but I read it every day. I just don't always post as much as I used to because I
Yeah,
just
I do that too.
read it. I used to post like 30, 40 posts a day, but I don't do that anymore. I just kind of read it, and if I feel the need, I'll post something, but that's about it. But anyway, so teasers and stuff for the next box looks like an urban box. That sounds kind of cool. Rhymes with bourbon, must be urban.
Yes.
And they've already given away the knife of the month. So did you guys see that?
No.
B, right?
Yeah, the little trucker. Little trucker. So if you guys don't want spoilers, this is the wrong show to watch.
Right now.
Who makes it?
Little Trucker, I think, is made by Little Trucker, isn't it?
No, I think there's another name for the company that makes. I think I can't remember though.
Well, Little Trucker Ultimate is the one. Little trucker tool. Let's see. Trucker's Friend is one of the companies. Little Trucker, it says. I don't know.
Off-grid tools, maybe?
There you go.
Here, I can share a screenshot of it if anybody...
Look away if you don't want to see it,
Yeah,
people.
look away.
Because I haven't seen it.
Share screen. Share.
Here.
Okay, hang on.
There you go. There it is. Survival Axe Elite.
Oh, okay.
Curran, I wouldn't ask to get anything out of you, buddy. Chris, you got to talk or it won't pop up, buddy.
Hey, yes. So this is it. It looks pretty cool. Some built-in blades, saw blades.
Oh, yeah. You got a metal blade on there.
All sorts of stuff.
So yeah, if you haven't seen the YouTube video, the commercial for it, it's freaking awesome. It's this chick running around in this like zombie apocalypse, using the tool to like survive. It's freaking cool as hell. So yeah, it's really, really neat. It's like a 15-minute commercial for it where like she has to go kill a bunch of zombies and use all the different pieces of the tool to do all sorts of different things. And it's just
cool.
it's really pretty. It's pretty unique. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, I think, I had a feeling this box was coming soon.
Yeah.
And I'm excited about it. I'm trying not to get too many spoilers because I'm really interested to see how it plays out. You know what I mean? Like what all's in there, and the surprise factor personally. So, but if this is what we think it is, and we're pretty damn sure it is what it is, it's going to be pretty awesome.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, I loved last month's box.
Oh God,
last month's box was fantastic. I'm already using like, a good 60% of it, and the rest of it I already have stowed in where they need to be. We're not for if I ever need them, so I can use anything, But yeah, I was real happy with that box. I've been real happy this month overall with all my little subscriptions and stuff like that. So between Battle Box, Shooter's Loot, and Spartan Carton, real happy with all three of those. So all those were just really great boxes this month.
I signed up for a new one.
What'd you sign up for, buddy?
I don't know if I really want to say. I kind of want to.
You want to make it a surprise?
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
you didn't sign up for the sock box, did you?
Oh, they were trying to give me that box for free, and I kept telling them, no, I don't want your silly socks. Oh, the sock box.
Yeah. We're obsessed with socks.
So here's my son. He's saying, I thought you said you were obsessed with socks. I am. I like high quality socks, though, son, not ones that have,
you got the sack box.
Yeah, not lame socks.
Like what lame socks? What are lame socks in your opinion?
I hear him. He's a good interviewer.
Green knee-high socks with rainbow dash on the side. Come on, Chris.
I don't want rainbow dash. I don't want the planet. Multiple planet Earth. Anything that has a lot of bright colors on it isn't really going to be my style of sock.
Huh.
If it has merino wool in it, that's my style of sock.
There you go. Okay.
I like wool socks or socks that have some sort of technology built into them that make them good for the outdoors.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah. So I am a sock fan. Like I like a good sock, but
rainbow socks and multicolored socks and stuff are done.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, Peanut Gallery over there. Yes, you. Quiet down.
Well, that's funny. That's funny. So you don't want to release the box, the new thing that you're going to be reviewing? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I kind of want to get one first and just see what it's all about. But it is a gun and knife box, let's just say.
Okay.
So,
Gotcha.
We'll see what happens.
You can't go wrong with gun and knife stuff, buddy.
No.
You know.
And you know, I don't want to. I don't want to beat a dead horse or pile on somebody else's misfortune, but I thought, you know, I don't. That the other box that shall not be mentioned. You know, it sounds like they're kind of either stalled out indefinitely or totally.
They're freaking done, man.
Yeah,
they're done. They're done.
Which,
yeah,
you know, I don't take joy in people putting hard work and failing. You know, but a lot of that.
There was a lot of shit that went along with that whole thing, though, and I was
there was way too much shit talking for me to feel bad about it.
Right, exactly.
Had to keep their mouth shut and not being jackasses about it.
Right.
Fine, but he went about it the entire wrong way and totally attacked.
Yeah.
Instead of just, look, I'm just doing my business. He went on the attack.
Yeah.
Totally.
Marty was afraid that you went back to Alpha Outpost. So.
No, no.
You need some more Alpha Outpost hats?
No, I've got tons of them laying around. But yeah, no, I don't need any more Alpha Outpost branded gear. Although I have had, you would be so surprised at how many people I have, like, send me private messages or hit me up on Facebook and say, dude, can you start reviewing the Alpha Outpost again? Those videos were awesome, you know? And I'm just like, you know, if I got them for free, I'd review them, but they're never going to send me anything for free.
No, because, I mean, how can you be positive when they send a pair of, you know, a Chinese-made American flag and, and a pair of sunglasses that you could have got from any gas station in 1986, you know, and it's just like, come on, man. Are you serious?
Yeah, maybe, crap. Chappie. Maybe that's the one.
Yeah, right, maybe.
No. Yeah. I actually have something kind of exciting going on to chat with you guys about.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm actually teaming up with a company that has been kind of putting together survival kits and selling them.
Awesome.
And kind of doing a little joint venture with them. We've been working on this for months and months now. And we're looking at, we're going to be releasing kind of the first kit. And it's not like a survival kit, really. It's more of like emergency kits and that type of stuff. But yeah, it's going to be really cool, I think, where, you know, it's nice that I actually get to help kind of select items that go into the kit, you know, and it's not a
that's fun.
Or anything like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's cool, and I just got my hands on one of the first ones. And what we're trying to do is really put a focus on USA-made products, and you know, that type of thing, and getting those items into kits. And the goal is to get like $50 worth of gear, sell it for $25 to people, just to supplement kits and stuff like that. I don't know if that makes sense, but
it does.
Pretty excited about that. So that should be coming out on the channel pretty soon.
That's very awesome, man. That's very cool.
That's awesome, dude.
Very cool. So does that mean you're definitely going to SHOT Show?
Yeah, that's what that means too. So
I figured it was something like that.
Yeah. So, you know, I'm excited because it potentially could open up quite a few different opportunities for me. You know what I mean? And I mean, anybody that has a YouTube channel knows you don't make any freaking money on YouTube. You know. So being that this is a joint venture, I will be able to make a little bit of money from this, if that makes sense. So
it does.
And it's nice because I'm not just saying, here, somebody sent this to me for free. It's no, this is something I am trying to sell you this, you know what I mean? But
Right.
I have my paws all over this. Like,
Right.
my name is on this,
You're
that
right.
type of thing. So,
Oh yeah, it's like my axes, man.
yeah. Yeah, like your axes, exactly, like or like your knives. So,
Yep, for sure.
pretty stoked.
Yep.
So.
No, definitely. That's awesome, man. That's very, very cool. I wish you the best of luck with that venture, brother.
Oh yeah, definitely. I wish you the best of luck too, Chris. That sounds awesome.
Yeah,
Couldn't
yeah.
happen to a better guy. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and like the different modules, I guess we're gonna call them, are gonna be focused on different kind of issues or whatever. Whether it's like just equipment, they're gonna kind of be themed here and there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I can't really give out too much info.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
I get it. That totally makes sense, man. Totally
Right.
makes sense. Ruh-roh.
Uh-oh,
Uh-oh.
Chris.
He's had enough. He's had enough. He's left. Hello, Chris's chair. It's good to
Chris
see you.
Mangrove.
Sorry.
It's all right.
Hey. So this is basically like one of the kits. It's in like a little resealable bag.
Mm-hmm.
And these are, in a way, they're kind of like. You guys remember the boss kits?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Sorry, guys.
It's all right.
Yeah. Really quiet though. So they're kind of like boss kits, but there's not as much stuff crammed in there.
Right.
And in my opinion, some of it's better quality. You know what I mean? A
Right.
lot of these have NSN numbers or they're mil spec, that type of stuff. So it's actually
Right.
gear used by the military
Mm-hmm.
and that type of thing.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
That's very cool. Very cool. I finally got my last set of can opener, the little P68s or whatever, can openers. So now I have those can openers in every kit. You know what I'm talking about? The little military can openers?
P38s.
Yeah, P38s. Yeah, and I have the small ones and the big ones.
Yeah, P38
but,
and P50.
Yeah, and I finally got enough of those to actually have a set in every kit that I have. So I love that. I love those stupid things, man. Those things are great. They work awesome. There's nothing to it. But there's nothing like having, to what Chris is saying, gear that's been proven and gear that people actually use and gear that you'll actually take out there and use, which is kind of why I liked all the boxes I've gotten this month from everybody, especially Battle Box, is it's actually stuff that I will use across the board,
Yeah, this month's Battle Box is the first time that there was not a single item in the box that I did not put into a kit that was going to sit somewhere. Everything in this box is set out and ready to use every day, except for the yak tracks because it's summertime, but they're ready for this winter. But everything else in there, I don't want to put it away because it's so useful.
Sure. We bring up Battle Box, and all of a sudden Battle Box comes into the live chat.
Right.
Of course, that's how it works.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah, I've used a ton of that stuff too, like the Schmog. I think that Schmog, I bought a few of them, and that one in particular is one of the nicest ones I've ever had.
It's freaking awesome.
Yeah, it
I
is.
love it.
So, I use that when I go out fishing. A lot of times guys will use those polyester or nylon face masks to keep the sun off of them.
Right.
I've got a good enough beard that I get quite a bit of sun protection, but I do worry about my ears and my nose. So utilizing that Shemagh, I can, really cover my face, especially when it's cold outside. And last Friday, the winds were 25 miles an hour, and it was like 68 when I hit the water. It was like 52 when I got off the water. And for some reason, I figured, you know what? Today's a good day to fish. And you know why I figured that? Because that was one of the only days in like a 2-week time span I got to fish. So
there you go.
You just got to go when you can go. But yeah, I used that Shemagh the whole time. It was just so nice keeping my face warm. So
yeah, Yep. The other night I was out and I used that light jacket. That thing worked out fantastic when it started to get a little frosty outside. It wasn't cold, but it just had the right temperature to where it was, just comfortable to throw that light jacket on. And that thing worked out great for that. What I thought was amazing was those what are they, tracks? The spring
Yeah, they
things.
got tracks.
Tracks. So if you guys saw my video, you saw that they worked on my wife's size 6 all the way up to my size 13. I was like, that is a huge freaking, difference in shoe size for those things to work on there. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, those things work great. I used them when I was a crew chief running aircraft maintenance. We would wear these when we went and moved aircraft around the field during the winter.
Mm-hmm.
And we would have to sign them out of the tool room because they wouldn't let us have them. And things are, I love them. They're great. I don't want winter to come, but I can't wait till winter does because I have these and I know I'm going to be able to move around my property by putting these on my shoes, or I can put them on my kids' shoes, and everybody's going to be nice and secure and be able to move around. Things are freaking awesome.
Well, winter here where I am is kind of like summer most places. So it's, it is what it is. Right now it's the equivalent to Hades at this point. But I was out working in the garage today and it was pretty rough. Hey, John, BattleBox wants to know if you found your gig yet.
Yeah, well, I found a gig. It's pretty good. I'm working as a field supervisor for an environmental cleanup company because I'm like hazmat certified and I have degrees in zoology and ecology. So what I do is when a company spills some sort of nasty crap, I bring a team in and manage the cleanup to make sure it doesn't infect the environment or the local population around there, and kind of do a hazmat scene and set up any type of evacuation zone or cleanup zone that I need to. And then my guys go in and they take care of cleaning up any type of hazardous spill that occurs at any of the multiple chemical plants we have here in Louisville. So it seems like it's going to be a pretty good gig. I'm just getting started with them and feeling them out. They're going through a restructuring. They fired like most of the personnel because they just weren't performing. And they opened up a bunch of jobs and went in and interviewed and really hit it off with the guys. So we'll see where it goes from here. But it's kind of my thing. I like doing that stuff because I know that stuff. I know chemicals and how it's going to interact with everything. So it kind of is right in my forte. So hopefully I'm hoping it's going to be a good place to settle in at. So.
Yeah, I've got all of my hazmat and HazWhopper certifications as well, and
awesome, yeah,
all that good FEMA stuff.
That's why Prepper John is clean shaven, because I have to be able to wear a full face mask with a SCBA tank just in case. So
I get it.
I can't grow the awesome beard that Kern has.
Yeah.
So,
that's why I leave the hair here, so that when I show up to those events, I go, "Hey, sorry, I'm not the guy going in, but I can take incident commander, but I'm not going in." Just
that's funny.
It's not for me. Sorry, I can't wear a mask, so can't help you there. But I can do all the other stuff. It's no problem. What do you need? You need safety? Do you need hell, I'll be your pogue. It's no problem. I'll move the magnets on the board. I don't mind doing that. I'm good with that.
Yeah, there's all sorts of jobs outside the hot zone where you don't have to wear the mask, but that's kind of my thing is I wear the mask and I can go in and set up what needs done to clean the stuff up. So
yeah. I get so hot, man. Here in Florida, and I've done it many, many times at a lot of the plants that I've had oversaw in Florida, without giving too much away. Anyways, that I've had to go in and do those things. But when it's like 103 degrees outside and you're donning full gear, full suit, full everything, and putting the tank on and making sure your radio crap is all chirping and everything else, it is like the most uncomfortable feeling in the world. And it's like, you know what? If I don't have to do this shit anymore, I ain't doing this shit no more. So that's why,
Oh, I feel you. Definitely.
Last time I shaved was for an asbestos job. Respiratory police Curran, except for the time you used the M26 kit on your junk. This is
And he said, "Wrong beard."
oh, wrong beard. Oh, brutal. Brutal.
Oh God.
Brutal. Oh, that's awesome. That is very funny. So yeah, so I will be going to Blade Show here soon. I just got back that my press passes got denied, so I'm going as just a yeah. So I'll be going as just a regular human being, just
Are
a
you gonna
regular
try
like anybody else.
and still record stuff?
Yeah, I mean they still told me I could tape, and do things with their permission, but I just couldn't get press passes, which I had press passes 4 years ago when I had like nothing going on. You know what I mean? But now this year, I mean, I've got a decent following on the new channel. I mean, decent enough, I would say. And I couldn't get press passes this year, and I was like, you got to be shitting me. So doesn't matter. I'm still
Did they
going.
give you a reason, or
Yeah, they said because it's too easy for people to create channels and things like that. So we had to change our, the way that we do press passes. And essentially, they were kind of like. So I ended up calling the guy. I said, "Can I call you? Because I want to get an idea of what I need to do, And they said, "Yeah, we're pretty much looking at 25,000 viewers and things like that." And I'm like, blow me.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
so maybe I won't be going to SHOT Show.
Well, it's different. I'm sure you will, but yeah. So I don't know, man. They just changed it out. It was just a big pain in the ass. So I said, you know what? No big deal. Then I talked to them. I said, look, I still want to film. I still want to do everything else. And they said, yeah, no problem. You can do that.
Oh, that's awesome.
So,
yeah, 'cause we were
whatever.
talking about it this weekend after the filming was done,
Mhm.
and I had told my wife Marcella that you were trying to get press passes and stuff, and
Mhm.
I want to go next year. I can't go this year,
Mhm.
but next year it's definitely I want to go, and I want to be able to film while I'm there as well. So that's good to know
Yeah.
how they're arranging things. So I guess I'll just have to get regular tickets and
Yeah.
my camera in. And do what I'm gonna-
Next year I'll just say I'm with BattleBox
Yeah.
and get my press passes that way.
Yeah, did you hear that, Battle Box? You got a couple of us that want to come next year.
Absolutely. So,
That's awesome.
anyways, but yeah, so it's okay, man. It's all good. But either way, it's going to be a good time. I look forward to going. I look forward to having a couple of the knives that we made, to bring with me to the show to show a couple of the knife makers that I know that are always there every year. So
Yeah.
that'll be kind of fun. It'll be a good time.
Yeah. If it looks like anything's being delayed, I will definitely I will get you some skinners to take with you.
Yeah, that'll be cool, man. That'd be great.
Well, you will have skinners to take with you. In fact, I'll step up I'll try and step up a Damascus as well, so you can have multiples.
Is that next
Yeah,
weekend?
Of course you got yours, Curran. Yeah, I will definitely roll with you, brother. Weekend after, it's June 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Yeah. Yep. 2nd, 3rd, 4th.
Do you have an Instagram feed thingy or bobber account?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's at Sly Fox Tactical.
Oh, yeah. Duh. Okay, make sure you take a bunch of pictures while you're there. Put them
I
on
will. I will. Definitely. So Vixen and I will definitely be there to just kind of chill out and relax and enjoy looking at some of the stuff we can't afford and buy some stuff that we shouldn't be able to afford, but we're going to buy it anyways. And,
Right.
so it is what it is.
Right.
But yeah. Yeah, so it should be a hell of a good time. I look forward to it. And then, yeah. So, yeah, I'm sure I'll run into a ton of people I know. And I know the BattleBox crew is going to be there, so I'll run into those fellers. So, yeah, it should be cool. I know Wes is going, so that should be cool. But yeah. If you want the good stuff, need to get in early. Yeah, I know.
But I also heard that if you wait till the last day and then you go make your purchases, you can get some major steals, right?
Yeah, you can definitely get some good deals. Now they also have a early access where you can get in at midnight the night prior.
Oh.
So yeah, so you got to pay for it to get the early access, but oh well, I paid for it already, just
Oh,
because I couldn't get press passes, so I figured I better buy the extra passes. But
oh,
yeah,
cool.
yeah, yep. So yeah, no, it should definitely be a good time. I look forward to it. I just wish they would have hooked me up this year, and they just didn't. Those rotten bastards. But that's okay.
Yeah. Hopefully, you get a big bump up, and next year everything will work out good.
Yeah, Jerry Hossum's shit looks freaking insane, man. I looked at a bunch of his shit he was posting. It looks sick as hell. But yeah, no, I know the good stuff goes quick. But you know what I'd really like to pick up this year is I'd like to pick up one of those axes from Tops, the ones that are all like carved out with the spear on it or the arrow on it or whatever. I don't know if you guys have seen those, but they're freaking tight, and that's something I would definitely like to have. But yeah, yep. Hossam makes a lot of cool shit. Go ahead,
I'm a
buddy.
big fan of Outdoor Edge.
I like their saberback bowie. I like that. Well, you saw that one that I carry a lot, the one that was in my pocket. Outdoor Edge, they make that. Well, Hossam makes that weird, almost Stratus sword type shape in all of his blades, which is pretty cool. But he's coming out with some new stuff that's really freaking tight. Yeah,
Huh.
yep. He does. You know, the folder I have and the saberback bowie, the blade shape is identical. It has the same sweep in the front. It has a deep belly with an inset curve, and
Right.
that's like his signature shape is that, you know, that shape, that kind of almost gladius type shape, which is pretty cool. Yeah. Oh yeah, Hog Hawk would be cool. I'd like one of those Hog Hawks too, but
Yeah.
I'd like one of those Hog Hawks that you guys have on the thing, but they're a little pricey for me at this point. I've got to sell a lot of axes to buy one of those. Maybe I'll do better at the show. Yeah, I can't wait to see the new releases either. I think they're going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
So that's the best part of Blade Show is seeing all the new stuff.
Yeah.
And you'll see some knives that, excuse me, you'll see like $6,000 knives there and up, you know, that are just, you know, made out of like freaking mammoth's tooths and you know, freaking prehistoric crocodile dick and stuff like that. I mean, they're made out of like everything under the sun. I mean, you can get like walrus tooth and just all sorts of crazy shit, and they will charge like $6,000 for those knives, and they function exactly the same as any other knife. But that's when you get into the is it art or is it a knife? I mean, it's both, but it's more art than a knife.
Right.
You know, so
Right.
But cool either way, you know. But it's a lot of fun. One of the swim blades over 10 years, best hunting knife ever. Yeah. What do you guys think Mission 28 will be? Urban.
Turban Revival from Wong Bog.
Turban Revival. Nice.
Oh, that's great.
Right? Yeah.
What about that new MTech? That's awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, they make, you know, I mean, there's all sorts of shit. But yeah, I would definitely say Urban
Yeah.
is the mission.
Yeah.
Yep. DOP 2.0. That's pretty good, Chappie. Wong Bob wins. Yeah. Yeah. Urban survival. That's cool. Yeah. Very cool.
How about that? How about that new MTech? Said no one ever.
Said no one ever. Yeah. That's pretty funny. That's hilarious. Yeah. So yeah, lots of cool stuff going on. I'm pretty excited about Blade Show. I think it's going to be a good time.
Yeah, you'll
Other
definitely
than
have
that, I got nothing going on. I'll be in Orlando all week next week, and then I'll be back next weekend. Hopefully, I've got, I think, 5 axes done for next week's Axe Friday video, so that should be good.
Cool.
And we know that the Sly Fox Skinner is coming. We know that Chris is going to be in Oregon, so
Yep.
I bet Bet you we should have some cool film from that
Oh yeah.
with some big ass fish that he's catching.
Hopefully.
So that should be really cool. Are you kayaking out there or off a boat?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that
we
would
go
be
down a
cool.
river in our kayaks. And, there's some. It's a fast moving river. I don't know like rapid classifications, but
Uh huh.
it's not that bad. But there's some fun parts, that's for sure. So
That's awesome, man.
yeah,
That sounds like it'll be a good time. Make sure you have your waterproof socks.
yes, sir.
That'll be good. Other than that, guys, I think that we're at about an hour and a half. I think we're good to go. Unless you guys have something you'd like to add.
No, I'm all set. Monkey Vader and I have up. Titan Survival sent me their new fire steel for Monkey Vader and I to go and test out. And I
Very
will
cool.
be teaching Monkey how to use a ferro rod to start a fire. So that video will be coming up in about a week or so after we get back from vacation.
Oh, so BattleBox says, anyone think they know Mission 28's Knife of the Month? Yeah, we just were talking about that little trucker elite
Yep. Little
Is
trucker.
what- is what we think it is. I don't know if you want to like chime in and say we're right or wrong or not, but
But we're right.
but
We're
I'm pretty sure we're right. Anyways, so all right, guys, that's awesome. I still have to do a Titan cord or a Titan product review as well. They have a lot of cool stuff, and they sent me a bunch of their stuff. But I need to get out to the property. I've got 15 acres that I can go use, but I got to get out there to do it. Where I can get out there and actually tie all this stuff up and have fun with it. But I haven't had a chance to get away. I come home, I always got to fix something, and I'm back on the road the next day. So it's just like crazy.
I've been feeling kind of the same thing. Like I've been fishing a little bit, not as much as I want to, but man, I've been wanting to get out and just like get up in the mountains. But I don't know. It just seems like there's always something going on, and I'm hoping June is less of that.
Yeah, definitely. So they're asking what we think about that tool. I think that tool's kick ass.
Yeah.
I've been looking forward to that thing since I saw it. I think maybe like 4 months ago I saw a video of it, before it actually came out, and I liked it since then. I thought it was a really great tool. Everything from prying to being able to do gas hydrants, the whole deal, the axe, the hammer, the saw that you can throw a saw blade on to cut through steel, a glass breaker, the whole deal. It's pretty tight.
We are the official BattleBox spoilers because they just posted that we are right.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Here first, knife of the month.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, very, very cool. But yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to it. I think that's going to be a really awesome tool that I'll definitely use. It's got to come with a sheath. I wonder if it comes with a carrier.
Well, Kern
That's a good
shaved with
question.
it, so
Just as long as he didn't shave with the one.
The other beard? Which beard? The
Yeah.
other beard? Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. All right, I understand.
he said he's got a smooth finish, so you never know.
Good. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's good.
great.
Baby smooth. Fantastic.
It's smooth now, but it'll be sandpaper tomorrow.
That shit's gonna chafe.
We talk about it. Jeez.
Oh, anyways. All right, guys. I got stuff to do. I got to finish packing. So, on that note, I'll see you fellers in a couple of weeks.
Yep.
Everybody in the chat, thank you very much for joining. We really,
Thank you
really
all very
appreciate
much.
you. So, from Sly Fox Tactical, this is Gray Fox. I appreciate you. I'll let the other guys say their goodbyes.
This
From
is
out
Pepper
west-
John. Oh,
That
go
guy-
ahead. Sorry.
You go.
Pepper John from Beer, Bourbon, and Bushcraft. Thank you all for joining us. Had a great time tonight. We'll see you next time.
And thank you guys for stopping in. Always appreciate it when you do. Take it easy, guys.